Hello, you guys, and welcome back to the One in a Million channel. My name is Eunice, and I'm so excited to dive into the conversation with you guys today about acting as if in your manifestations and how do you live in the energy of the future so that you can start feeling as though it has already happened and really raise that believability factor. We're also going to talk about the nuances between acting as if and also faking it until you make it, and really find the distinction between the two kinds of energy so that you can start to believe in the feelings and the emotions of your desired future without the feeling of I'm just lying to myself, I'm just making this up. I've always been really fascinated and always really intrigued about why does the acting as if works for some people, it works really, really well, and they tell you, I start living as that person. And then when some other people try it, it completely falls flat for them. So I started really looking into the nuances between faking it until you make it and acting as if. And then I realized that when we act as if that future has already happened, we actually activate a certain element in the future. We activate who we can become in the future. We activate the emotions of what we're going to be feeling in the future. We activate the version of ourselves that we're going to become in the future. And we start living as that person right now. So essentially, the energy that we're going to be experiencing in the future, we start experiencing that right now. And that is super mind-blowing for me, because when we talk about faking it until you make it, it's well, we're kind of doing the same thing, but it's same, but different. It is different. And in this video, I want to talk about the very fine line between faking it until you make it and acting as if, and why acting as if works so much better. Now, when you are faking it, trying to fake it until you make it, what you're essentially telling yourself is, I don't have to yet become that person. I don't have to step into that identity yet. I don't have to step into that role yet. But all I have to do is just do the actions that appear as though I have already manifested that reality. So a very good example would be I start spending like that person in the future, or I start talking confidently, or I start acting extroverted like I would in the future. Now, what tends to happen is you would push your body to do it. You would do things that just don't feel like you're quite yourself, but then you're pushing yourself way out of the comfort zone to do those things, to take those actions. But on a very deep level, there is a resistance that is being created. There is this feeling of no, this is just not aligned with who I am. This is not who I am. This does not feel comfortable. There's a part of you and your body is actually resisting it. Whereas when you act as if, you're lending an energy from the future. And I say lending because you're literally fast forwarding, you're projecting your mental picture into the future, and then you're making an assumption about what I'm going to be experiencing in the future, and then you literally put that bodysuit on. And so when you put that bodysuit on, you're experiencing that version of you on an emotional level, on a physical level, on a spiritual level, on all the levels that you would embody in the future, so that everything becomes aligned. The actions that you would be taking, right? The decisions that you would be making in the future comes with those emotional elements as well. I'm going to be using going to the gym as an example because motivation is a huge thing for so many people out there. And I believe that, when we can really understand the mindset of living in the future and acting as if, then we can actually cultivate the kind of motivation that we need to use right now. So let's say you want to get 2 sizes down and you want to get fit, you want to get healthy, you want to get strong, you want to feel like your best self. But when you are living as the person right now and you are just focusing on your current reality, and you every single time you look into the mirror, you are uninspired and unmotivated, and you're just like, ugh, like I don't like what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing does not inspire me. I do not like the person that I am right now. And so if you start to think to yourself, like, I just went to the gym like 2 weeks ago, I've been going to the gym for a month, and I don't see any results. You're going to start to think to yourself, well, what if I just like skip today? It's not really going to make that much of a difference. What do I have to lose? That is the question a lot of people ask themselves. If I just stop going today and maybe I'll just go tomorrow, I'll just go when it's convenient, what do I have to lose? Well, the answer is you don't really have anything to lose, because you haven't created those results for yourself yet. Now, let's say we fast forward 6 months from now or 3 months from now, where you have already created some results, or you are already, wearing your dream dress, and you have already created your dream body. When you have the results that you have worked so hard for, and you have gone to the gym like week after week, wouldn't you actually do everything you possibly can in your power to keep those results? Like, wouldn't you actually want to continue going to maintain it and to keep the body that you have so that you don't have to slide back to where you were before? Of course you would. Of course you would do anything in your power to keep the results that you have, because you have worked so hard for it. So all you have to do is just continue to maintain it. Or imagine you are an aspiring YouTuber and you want to grow your channel. Now imagine that you're looking at your channel and it looks pretty depressing, and every single video you only have like 2 views, and 1 view is from your mom and the other view is from your dog. That feels pretty unmotivating. And so if you think to yourself, well, if I don't post for a day, and if I don't post for a week, and if I don't post consistently, and I just don't show up, nobody is going to notice. Then you fast forward into the future and you start living a life, with, 10,000 subscribers. You have so many exciting things that you want to talk about, and your channel is growing and your audience is growing, and you are resonating with your audience and vice versa. And they love the things that you talk about. Wouldn't you do everything you possibly can to keep that? Wouldn't you want to continue giving to your audience and creating amazing content, and continue to expand your channel and continue to give to your community that you have worked so hard for? Of course you would. Of course you would want to. Of course you would have the motivation. Of course you're not going to feel like slumped and unmotivated every single day. You would continue to want to give and expand and multiply your channel. That is the energy to operate from. It's not about pretending, pretending like you're rich, or you pretending like you're already successful, so I could do whatever I want with my time, or I could do whatever I want with my money, or, I can just like spend it here or spend it there. It's not about the pretending that you're already there. It's about like knowing that you have created something that is so beautiful, that is so valuable. The energy will go into the maintenance of it. And when you start to operate in that maintenance energy, it's an energy that already has inertia, so that it's already going. So once you know that you have created something that is so worthy of maintaining and keeping and sustaining and treasuring and protecting, that is when you're going to continue to vibrate and think and feel on that level, because there's no chance that you would want to possibly fall back to where you were before. And you wouldn't want to lose the hard work. You don't want to lose the time. You don't want to lose all the energy that you have put into creating this result. So there's no way that you would want to fall back to where you were. So this is my interpretation of how do we master the acting as if technique. And it is not about doing anything that is uncomfortable, doing anything that you don't desire to, or like even just creating resistance in your body. It's not about any of that. It's not about pretending. And that honestly just doesn't feel very aligned for me. But it is about like fast forwarding to the future reality where you are living a life that that is so worth keeping. It's about fast forwarding to the future reality and just really enjoying the results of your hard work and what you have created for yourself. And when you are holding that feeling in your body and when you assume that it's real, your brain literally cannot tell the difference between you experiencing those sensations in your body and experiencing those feelings versus experiencing it in the physical reality. Your brain won't know the difference. Let me know if this video was helpful for you. Let me know what was your biggest takeaway. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me some love and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. So with that said, take care, mwah, 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 and I will be seeing you guys in the next video.